But that's a conversation that turns into an argument
For
that
no
we
reason.
always have about Jordan
Versus LeBron.
Right, and different eras and all that. LeBron is good for his era.
Right.
Jordan was good for his era.
Right.
And it's just what it is. Like, you got two different eras, so
Apples
you can't
to
compare,
oranges.
you can't cross-reference
Apples to
the two.
oranges and stuff like right.
But
Okay.
people love to do that comparison.
There is no
They would
comparison.
debate that.
I don't
in-
even get into
I like how
They
he put it
debate that in
though.
the barbershop.
Can I just say
1,000
this?
hours.
There is no comparison. There is no debate. LeBron James is overall the better basketball player than Michael Jordan. Stats show, championship show, yes, but stats show better team player.
Once again, Jay, you have to revert back to the argument of eras because
LeBron has dominated his era, though.
He's one of the biggest motherfuckers in his era.
He done
Size, physical wise.
Okay.
Think about it. He's a bully on the court.
It's not his fault.
But once again, you put him against a Bill Laimbeer, a Charles Barkley.
I ain't gonna. I mean, if Michael Jordan could do it, I don't see why LeBron shouldn't.
The foul call was different.
Michael
The
Jordan,
foul call
Michael
was different.
But listen, so Michael Jordan is 6'4", 6'5", 190,
Throw a punch
210.
Throw a punch on today's NBA court.
But you gotta think, LeBron grew up playing basketball like that though.
Throw a punch.
LeBron was in the
Punch LeBron in his face on the basketball
Punch him
court.
in his
right
face.
now.
You better not foul LeBron.
Go back
You
to
can't even foul LeBron.
go back to Larry Bird, Bill Laimbeer in the paint. It's on video.
But it was such a different time because racism
That's
was
what
such
I
a
keep
big
saying.
thing.
But these two white boys on top of each other. These two white boys. I ain't talking about black on white.
Yeah, you right.
I'm talking about Larry Bird come out, shoot the three, boom, they did it. And Bill Laimbeer turn around and boom.
Yeah.
Guess what they
You're
called?
not doing
A
that. Okay.
foul.
Yeah.
They didn't eject him. They didn't throw him out the game. He wasn't suspended. They called a foul. Bird shot 2 and they kept it pushing.
I mean, you right, but it's like
point made.
yeah, you right, but it's like
it was a different era.
But we're in a different era because why? Because you have to change stuff like that because after a while you start losing money.
But
So we'll never be able to really ever
we'll
see that.
never be able to tell you. That's why I keep saying.
But
that
let me ask you
were
this.
great for their
Let me
era.
ask you this. You thinking LeBron at 6'8", 270 pounds, wouldn't last in the NBA with Michael Jordan, who was 6'4", 220?
No, I think he'd be fine. He did.
Because he's still playing the three.
Yeah, he's still playing the same position.
And he's still Magic Johnson. He's a faster, stronger, more athletic Magic Johnson.
It's a different mindset, man. When you know this is a foul in this era. This is a foul in this era.
You right on that.
Versus get over here.
Yeah.
And the play's still going.
And the play's still going.
He has a good point. He
But
has a
you
good
know
point.
Check.
But back to this, right?
The bad boy
Hear me
Pistons.
Hear me out. And bang, there we go right there. When Michael Jordan came into the league, he probably was about 190. Why did he put the muscle on?
Because of the bad boy
Because of the bad boy Pistons. LeBron is already, when he came into the league, 250.
Once again,
Already
Jay,
250.
I'm gonna put
At
up
18. At 18.
I'm gonna put up 50 points if I know you can't touch me.
And LeBron,
Versus I'm gonna put up 25 points because I know if I go down
getting
low,
beaten up.
you're gonna bang the shit out me. If I'm shooting a 3, you're gonna undercut me.
You can't
A
argue with
foul
that.
is going to be a
You
foul.
can't
why
argue with
can't I?
that.
Why can't I? Because the
The
numbers
same
show that
reason
Michael
why
Jordan.
fucking Tom Brady can do the shit that he want to do, because when you do this, they call it a flagrant and they throwing you out the fucking game. They hit the man.
But that's
Our
how,
Eagles went to go
Oh, you
sack
can't
fucking
look-
Tom
look at it.
Brady.
He
They
went
hit him
big
up
down.
high and they called roughing the fucking
Yeah, you
passer.
right. You right.
Come on, man,
that's
the
right.
same
He
shit.
has a point.
The
But-
play call
but-
is different.
But it didn't start with just LeBron.
No,
Tom Brady is the
overall
only athlete
era.
in sports history where you can't do anything. LeBron, you can try him.
Yeah.
You can try LeBron. You know better than to try Tom Brady. You know better in any aspect.
But that's why I give.
Because that was this.
But that's why you got to give
That
Randall.
was a
You got to give
non-playoff
Troy Aikman. You got to give them other quarterbacks more props than what the fuck.
Because
you
it was
give
tougher.
Tom Brady.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't.
No, because
I'ma
didn't
be-
Tom Brady
and let
start
me-
in that era?
And no. Tom Brady started in '99.
Oh, okay.
Let me say why you can't. There will be no other player in sports history other than LeBron James. In my eyes, it's up for LeBron James and Tom Brady and Serena Williams, Novak Djokovic in tennis. Right. When it comes to longevity, right? There's no player in sports history that's been able to do what they've done at the highest level, at the age they're doing it, and still dominate.
So listen,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. You watch SportsCenter, Kenny, Charles Barkley. Look at how some of these Bama's walking right now. They fucked up. And it's not because, and they got fucking money to get therapy and healing and ice and all this. These motherfuckers is fucked up from the physical game that they played.
That's what made me agree with you.
You feel what I'm saying? They did all the shit LeBron doing, but LeBron's not taking
They
the
wasn't
beating.
doing none of the stuff LeBron was doing. Listen, I'm gonna let you know something.
Vince
who?
Carter?
LeBron James is shitting
Satin
on
fridge.
Vince Carter. LeBron
Satin
James is
fridge.
shitting on Vince Carter.
You talking about that doing, bruh? Okay,
LeBron James is shitting on Vince
once
Carter.
again, we're from two different eras. and we got
Overall
all
basketball.
this. You watch, and you watch the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You study
All
that
eras.
shit thing.
All
That's
eras.
what you do.
Mhm.
I've seen this shit. I'm 43. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen these games played. You look at a lot of highlights, like a lot of cutout shit. You know, you read the stats and stuff like that,
So
right?
he hasn't watched full games.
You haven't
I've
watched
watched
full
NBA.
games to see
NBA TV
how these,
plays NBA classic games. They play the
Bruh,
full
I'm
game.
trying to tell
But
you.
you
like,
still have me sold though. See, I'm sold on the fact that they were allowed to be a lot rougher. Like I'm a LeBron fan,
But you gotta
you can't
think
say
though, there's no player in the NBA that has a body build like LeBron.
okay.
yeah. But
So why wouldn't he fit in that era?
because he
Why wouldn't he
I'm not
fit?
saying he wouldn't fit, but he wouldn't be who
Why
he
wouldn't he
is.
dominate? Why wouldn't he?
because they can't.
Why
punch.
wouldn't he? If he's
wouldn't.
up, he's beyond. If your center is 7'2", that probably means he's fat and lazy. Unless you're Hakeem Olajuwon, unless you're some of the top tier, right?
Larry
So-
Johnson.
yeah, top tier, but he's a power forward. Why the fuck can't LeBron run through Larry Johnson? LeBron James is
He's
matching up
trying to
with
catch
him.
that fucking elbow.
LeBron James is matching up with him.
Yeah.
LeBron's
toe-to-toe
gonna come off that
Oklahoma.
pick, and he's gonna catch that
LeBron
fucking
don't need a
elbow
pick.
that
LeBron
the
don't
ref
need a-
is not going to
The
call.
thing is, LeBron don't need a pick. LeBron going ISO, and he's going to throw that down on Larry Johnson.
So what is he gonna do against Hakeem Olajuwon?
Now, that's the only matchup I got. That's the only tough matchup.
Duncan?
He was dunking on Duncan.
Duncan was on his way out.
No, he wasn't.
David Robinson.
David Robinson. LeBron
Okay.
might give him the
Nah,
business.
son. See,
Every
nah.
now and then, that might be a good
Well,
battle.
if we have LeBron now,
Bill Embiid.
If we want to talk about LeBron, when LeBron was in his first 3 years, them legs was like they had springs in them. He was dunking on everybody.
But also,
He didn't care.
by this time, the rules had changed.
Nah, you could still be a little physical. You gotta remember Kobe, Shaq was still playing, Steve Nash was still out. You still had Scottie Pippen was still playing. You still had players still playing.
I have to stop you though. If you watch certain old school basketball games, and now they were two different basketball games.
Yeah, the game has changed.
Yeah, so you gotta. I agree with what Fox saying though, because them guys was throwing elbows with no. We gonna keep playing.
But you
We're
gotta-
not taking
but
you
you
out the
gotta
game.
think, this
It's
man-
like it was the streets. The basketball was really like the rucker. Like we on the streets.
All right, so
with
hear
in
me
school.
out. This man you missing my point. This man is 6'9", 280 pounds.
And he be looking for his
And
foul.
none of it is fat. None of it is fat.
So,
Yeah, so he not
so
Charles
you think-
Barkley.
He's not Charles
So,
Barkley. He's
how
not.
do you feel about Rasheed Wallace?
He's in my top 20 greatest players in NBA history.
So you don't think him and LeBron can match up? And he would
They have
dominate?
matched up, and we see what happened.
Nah, I mean,
We did see what happened.
Once
LeBron
again,
bounced
He was
in
on
the
the way
playoffs.
out.
on his way out. gotta.
She would have just kind of tried to bully him more than play
he was at the end of his prime. I wouldn't say he was on his way out. I would say he was at the end of his prime because he was still
at that
with
point.
Detroit.
He was pulling up, shooting a three.
He was shooting.
Yeah,
more. He was still getting physical.
Shot.
He was still.
He wasn't
physical.
going down. He wasn't catching the ball down.
He was still getting
mouse in the house.
Nah, he wasn't dunking on people.
Mouse
with
in the
Detroit,
house.
yes, he was. When he went to Memphis and all the other teams, nah.
He wasn't mouse in the house. Give me the ball. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, he was, because he was at that point. He was old school fooling them. Come back this way with the right hand. He was old school fooling them at that point.
All right, okay.
But that just would come with the game. You know. But hey, listen.
Once again, I'm not taking nothing from him.
So, could Jordan play in this era then?
I'll say I don't know.
Can Jordan play?
And I'll say so.
We just put LeBron in that era. Can Jordan play in this era?
This is my only point. I don't know because Michael Jordan doesn't have. He has the speed, but he wasn't a good three-point. He wasn't a good three-point. He wasn't a good three-point shooter. He was never a good three-point shooter. So that would be his.
That would limit him.
That would limit him when it comes to late game because a lot of late games
they're
down by one.
He would come
take a mid-range.
He would come out because of him.
That one-on-one.
Yeah, that one-on-one.
That ISO with a Jordan.
If he played with a team like
threat,
I don't think if he was.
I'm gonna say yes.
He wouldn't. He can't be the star. I don't think he would.
I'm gonna say yes.
I don't think he would need to be the star on the team because he would be a nice player like that sits on the wing because he's so fast. He's so athletic. He's a nice player that's on the wing, being pump fake. You can take the mid range. Boom, go back down court. I'm playing defense. I'm sitting at the top of the key. Boom, driving, dunk, boom. Now I'm back on court. He would be a hustle player. He wouldn't be a superstar.
You ain't putting Michael Jordan as no damn hustle player in today's
I'm not gonna say hustle player,
get out of here.
I'm not saying the hustle player.
I'll say yes for Jordan in today. I believe because where he came from, yes, he will survive now because it's safer. That's why I say I understand what Fox saying. It's a safer game now, so I do agree.
I think Jordan will do fine in this era.
Yeah, I got him dunking and even without a 3-point shot. Yeah,
that ISO.
That ISO.
It's safer. I'm not gonna argue with that because.
I think
he was great at shooting
I think
free
Jordan
throws,
will be better in this era than in his era.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Shit.
I don't think so.
With the touch fouls, the ticky-tack fouls.
I'm going to say this. Listen, I'm going to say this.
You can't hand check them?
But listen, I'm big on the stats. I'm big on stats, right?
In his era, though, you got to remember
in his era. In his era and in this era, the point differential is always 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. In his era, it was 1 to 2. In our era of basketball, we want to take the three fast. Scoring 3 fast is the best way to play basketball nowadays.
I believe they had that. It just still was rougher.
I think he would have adjusted and.
But we got, I don't know.
I still think he would have been fine in his era.
He would have been fine, but I don't think he would be a star.
Back in the 80s and early 90s, came down that hole.
Yeah, he was getting. They elbowing them in the net, straight throwing them down.
Where y'all losing me at is this man is 6. I'm gonna say it again. He is 6'8".
I put like this.
270.
I put like this. LeBron would definitely have to have a jumper at that time.
No, he wouldn't.
No, he
wouldn't. I agree, because he wasn't last long.
That's basically the whole debate.
But that would be just like Jordan. Jordan did the same thing.
Jordan got a jumper in that post up.
So it's like.
No, but in this era, what he's saying is it's less physical.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan is going to.
But since it's less physical, what did LeBron do?
He's gonna be Jordan plus something now.
Yeah,
but what did LeBron do once the game became less physical? He started shooting more.
That's because he's getting older.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about back in the Heat days, though. Back in the Heat days, he was shooting a lot.
Because he needed to develop a shot.
Yeah. After a while, you can't just drive. What's called a low key stop dunking after
he was one of the for like 2 years. He had one of the best 3-point percentages.
Yeah. Right. But that's if you want to play long.
Right.
To Dwayne Wade, I think Dwayne Wade
If he
had a better shot,
he would
I
still
think
be playing.
Allen Iverson didn't really do all the driving that they did.
And getting banged up at the bottom of the court, they probably would have played a little longer. Right. So I don't think you can ever top this. Like, I don't think this debate will ever end. Like, there's always going to be a LeBron versus a Jordan. Like, we have kids that come in here who've never seen Michael Jordan play.
That is the sad thing, though.
And the only thing they know is, like,
they don't even
Jordan.
But look, they don't even say LeBron is the best player. You know who they say?
They
Steph
don't.
Curry.
They say Steph Curry.
They say Steph Curry is the best player.
The really young ones, they like Steph Curry. We was having a debate with a 7-year-old telling me LeBron was
angry
trash.
as hell.
He was so mad at me, like, LeBron is trash.
Like, all right, bro.
I was like, all right, well, why are you trash? Because he's trash.
The shoes are trash. He is trash.